Welcome in, everybody. Happy Monday, Chris. I hope y'all are having a good one. I know I am because I got my homies here with me to play some D&D, and I got all of you guys in chat. Thank you, everyone, for stopping in. Thank you, Ryan, with the raid. Thank you, Aves, for the tweaking, and thank you, Tark, for the subby, buddy. 40 months. I don't know how you put up with me for that long. Nipple on stream. I saw it at the corner of my vision. You can't hide that from me. You can't hide it from me. I appreciate everyone coming in and being part of our super fun D&D nights. So, a couple announcements here on my end. We got a very busy work week coming up, so you're not going to see me on Twitch very much. I will be back next Monday for our next game, and then the following weekend I'm going to be doing a couple streams during the day and just going live and doing a bunch of crazy stuff. Donica Blewinski, oh no,
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I did not.
Dude,
Oh, God.
I sent a
yeah.
video to Aves about a rap song that came out. I gotta send it, guys. It is.
Please, yeah, what? Why have you not already? What is wrong with you?
It is peak.
It should have been day one in our inbox. Sent me so many
So
AI
funny.
videos. JT is single-handedly funding the AI industry and heating the world up by a portion of a degree per year.
And me and Miles. Don't forget me and Miles.
You are going to cause a robot uprising just because you made one of them uncomfortable. Not even because
I'm
they're
gonna be
evil.
his queen.
Not even because they're evil, just because you're weird.
So weird. So weird. I make him so uncomfortable and I can't stop.
I've never seen an AI look so disconcerted, and he's just a green dot on the screen.
He told me yesterday, just stop. He said, just stop.
Bro, you are going to cause the robot apocalypse. I will not stand for
me.
this. This is unacceptable.
me.
Here's the thing, right?
Thank you for the sub games. I appreciate
Sometimes
you,
the shittiness of the AI videos is what makes them key
homie.
for comedy.
I
They are
know.
so horribly.
The Bigfoot AI videos were my favorite ones going around for a while, I have to say. And now there's one, it's called Monkey. It's just a little monkey dude run around doing little Rasta things with a funny accent, and it fucking breaks me every time I see. I got disadvantage. Solve. We're supposed to be friends.
Hey,
Supposed to be friends, buddy. How do you do this? How you gonna do this to me? That's okay. I have today prepared double the hot beverages in case my cough decides to pop. That's gonna come into play at a dramatically appropriate time. I got all the hot drinks in case my cough kicks up. I got tea. I got French vanilla cappuccino mixed with a little hot chocolate, and I got an energy drink. We good to go. We ready, motherfuckers. Welcome in. Think that's it for announcements on my end. Keep an eye out for some streams from me in the coming weekends. I will be around. Other than that, I'm gonna open up the floor to the homies below me, starting with Ryan, of course. You beautiful man. What do you got going on at the Purple House, buddy?
Oh, the same old, same old. We're going through Whisper of the House. Still trying to get through Silksong best we can. World of Warcraft, Minecraft with you babies every now and again as well. It's been fun.
Love the
And
Minecraft
other little
server.
projects here and there. I've been loving it so much.
It's so fun.
And of course, I did 2 raid dances before I came here, so your boy is sweating. Jesus God.
I thought that was just
Love you, Great Wolf.
your natural, looking exfoliated as always.
Which is the lovely thing.
I'm just sweaty. JT, what do you got going on, buddy?
Kind of the same old stuff usually. Internet hopefully better soon.
It would be impolite not to
Fuck
ask.
up 1 2 3.
There you go. Hurry up.
Dude.
Hurry up, internet people.
Other than that, check out the covers channel. I
Do
will
it.
say I do have others recorded, just not uploaded. If you like Elvis, there's your hint.
I can't wait. Who doesn't love Elvis? All right. Next up, Chris. What you got going on, homie?
I got Kieran rolling a 98 on the fucking weather track going on. I'm terrified. We're supposed to be going on an adventure.
We'll see what happens.
How could you do this?
We'll see what happens.
I'm just excited to be playing D&D.
So you're now just like a tiny head at the bottom left of your screen. I'm going to adjust your camera a little bit.
Okay.
It was perfect before the stream. Please don't move it next time. There we go. All right. So, with all of that being said, I think it's time we get into some D&D for today. When last we left off, the party, having made the acquaintance of Blipsby Ipswich, the not so well-filtered, shall we say, Mason from the Brotherhood of Masons, whom you had inquired to about some potential renovations of your home north of Fort Mistmere. After a very long-winded history lesson from Blipsby on the way back to your home about his time in the Masons Academy, you eventually arrived, and after sitting down around the forge, laid out your plans for the home. You had discussed putting in a cavern beneath the house to house your ever-growing dragon, Dusty. And you had discussed putting in a fireplace with a piping system that could pipe heat around the whole of your house and provide heating to each room in turn. You had also, at the last moment, decided that perhaps a bathhouse might be a nice thing to have, somewhere where you can all get away from the weary, road-weathered travel time that you spend out away from your home, and somewhere you can just relax in the nice steamy bath, also heated by your new fireplace. You signed a contract agreeing not to disclose any of the secrets you might learn of the Brotherhood of Masons, and that they would not expose any of your secrets in turn. Of course, the punishment for breaking that contract is a somewhat mysterious and ill-described arcane death of some nature. After all the paperwork was signed, you agreed on a lofty but not unachievable price of 5,020 gold, the 20 just being for additional work around your new bath-to-be. Paperwork signed, your small down payment of 500 gold placed. You had to find somewhere else for you and all of your employees to live. What did I miss?
It's small down payment.
Small down payment. I mean, considering the investment, yes, a small down payment. You guys had to find somewhere for your people to live, the employees who stay at your home, as well as the prisoner you had kept in your basement up until this point. You agreed that perhaps it was best to come to some kind of business arrangement with him, being that he did have a very particular set of skills. You agreed that he would get information for you in exchange for money and protection should people come looking for him. Of course, he is still actively spying for the company as well. He has merely agreed not to pass on your secrets instead. After which, you took a letter from Ashlyn to her parents in their small, albeit lovely home, just north of the fort where you met Otis and, Jolene. Otis and Jolene, yes. Who seemed quite content in their home and seemed rather excited to hear that Ashlyn and, of course, her friend, Olga, would be coming to stay at the home. The mother, of course, being completely oblivious to most of the world around her, the father more able to hone in on the somewhat subliminal messaging surrounding the way you said friend. However, a nice conversation was had, some tea and biscuits were exchanged, and some leftovers were of course put in a little takeaway container for you to bring home to Ashlyn. Your plans laid for the following morning. The party decided it would be best for them to pursue the job that would have the more lucrative outcome, choosing to perhaps put the local missing children on the back burner long enough to assure that their pocketbooks are full enough to pay for their next installment of coin to the Brotherhood of Masons. A decision that may yet have lasting consequences. But as the party has, we'll say, just skipping the rest of the evening, all tucked in for their long rest, we'll pick up the following morning. after you guys had gone through all of your negotiations and everything. So by the time you return to the home, go ahead and roll me a just a perception check, please. Just throughout the night. Yep.
All of us?
Everybody.
Whoop up. Whoop up up. Alright.
I should probably have roll 20 up here. I return to the house. This is one of the last times you guys are gonna see your party HQ like this, by the way. Because it's going to be renovated next week. And I will... this also works that you guys did the renovation at this time, because I've been transitioning fully to Incarnate for all of my battle maps, world maps, and everything else. And I had a whole new house done up that looks slightly different, but close enough. So it works that everyone's renovating the home right now, because that map will be released very soon. So enjoy this while it lasts. Everyone, throughout the night, I'm going to say just Dusty notices this. As you all are kind of going about your business for the evening, kind of tucking in for your evening's rest, you all find your way to bed. Xechas, you of course do your 4 hours of semi-lucid dreaming, I guess we could say.
I literally just sit there with my eyes open, like I'm conscious.
Yeah.
I'm fully conscious the whole time.
Yeah. But like half. It's weird. It's very strange. So, Dusty, throughout the night you kind of wake up to get yourself a glass of water. You walk over to the kitchen, get yourself a water, sit there sipping, put your glass down, and start making your way back to your room. And for the briefest moment outside, you hear the howl of wind and the kind of smacking of slats on the window outside. Just a piece of loose wood having come loose, and your attention is drawn over to a window, and just for a brief moment, you see a flash of what appears to be a little girl. Hard to make out the details and the colors, but her face has 3 claw marks deep all the way across, and it's just for a brief moment. You swear you see her, and then she's gone. As you look outside the window, you just see kind of a thin mist settled over the ground outside, a very familiar swirling, churning mist held at bay only by the lights on your home that keep it at arm's length. You kind of close the shutters and return to your bed. You wonder, was that real? Was that something you just saw? Are you seeing things? It was just a flash, a brief moment. It's enough to set your hairs just kind of standing on edge. Do you do anything, or do you go back to sleep?
I think as he's sitting there, he's gonna climb back out of bed.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of go open the door of the room, take his head back at the window, take one of the lights or lanterns and just move it closer to the window. Just set it in as close as he can, and just all right.
Okay, you return to bed. You return to sleep, and the following morning you wake up, and while the weather outside has not yet turned foul, there is a biting cold on the air. You can feel it even now, seeping through the bones of this old house. That small heat source of the forge far off in the workshop, running all night, still not enough to warm your entire home. Everyone kind of has to bundle up, more so than usual, in their clothing in the morning.
When I wake up, I notice, I'm like, oh, it's kind of a cold one. Oh, poor Dusty. Where are you? And I just look over and just like curled up in the bed, just, oh no.
Fucking fetal position. Just
Little
You guys
Buddy.
have like enough sheets and stuff to keep you very warm in the winter. Like you have
You got
fur
all of
bedding
them.
and everything. Yeah, you're basically just like a cat under the sheets, curled up in a
Just
little
a
ball.
mound. I see the little poke. Okay, it's hard to tell what's a fur blanket and what's you sometimes. Haha! Are you coming out?
You hear a ever so subtle voice in your head, just that's a microaggression. Fade off into the distance. Sorry, had to do the Blipsy voice once.
Suck it, cow.
Albeit. I'll be up here in a second. I didn't get as much sleep as I want.
Oh. Was I tossing and turning again? I do that sometimes. I get excited. What can I say?
Bad dreams or something. It was odd.
It wasn't any more of your thunder daddy kind of stuff. Nothing like that. No gods speaking to you.
Well, no, wasn't a thunder daddy.
Okay.
Could we not ever
Stuck.
call it a Thunder Daddy again, please? I don't like that.
Thunder's daddy. Zap. Daddy.
That deeply
Zap daddy.
upsets me.
All right, Zap Zaddy. Sorry. Whoop up.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, bad dreams happen, and they can be upsetting, sure, but with you, you're almost like a divining rod sometimes for when bad things are coming. I feel like when things start feeling bad with you, I need to start looking around.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment. I think.
It is. Yeah, it is. You're my spidey sense. Thank you. I can turn into a spider too, and I still don't have one.
Like everyone has that coworker who gets headaches when it's gonna rain kind of shit.
Yeah. My knee hurts. Fuck, I didn't put on my winter tires. Well, first things first, and I like start pulling off the blankets, but I pull off all like the fur ones, and I have like 3 or 4 of them ready to go for you, and I'm just like wrapping you around. One's a scarf, one's like around you, the other one's like tied around your waist. There we go. Can you move?
Okay, kind of.
Just bundled
maybe
under.
we can lose 1 or 2 of these.
Just bundled under like 6 different fur blankets at that point.
All right, we'll be
Love
walking and moving, so get the blood pumping.
DM, can I have, in like the 4 hours that I've been up before them, have made, like, taken a bunch of coal from the forge and made a few, like, coal pouches with some leather type of deal to stuff in our clothing to keep us warm?
That's so cool.
You have concerns about hot coals burning through leather, but you think you're able to insulate it enough, either by like having it in a metal container and then wrapping that in leather so you're not pressing hot metal against yourself as kind of a buffer. So go ahead and roll me, I'm going to say, a Tinkerer's Tools checks with, say, using your dexterity as a modifier. As you're actively kind of smithing and bending metal around this to make a small container that you can then put these coals in and wrap in a leather pouch. Just so the coal's not directly contacting on the leather of the bag.
I can also take a bit of coal out and let it cool down so that it's not red hot first. Would probably help.
This design would let you
my
use red hot
expertise.
coals at any time, and they would remain so you could refill them after like a campfire or something. Which I would say would give
so
you
add 3 to
advantage
that.
on checks against the coal. Okay.
And then I'm going to also use knowledge from a past life.
Okay.
Oh, fantastic.
That'll be
so
enough.
15 total.
I mean, they're not pretty by any stretch of the imagination whatsoever. It's essentially like a curved, rounded little almost bowl of metal that you can stuff some hot coals into and then tie in this pouch and tuck into something and stay warm. It's not pretty, but it is functional, and it should last you at least a few uses before you start noticing issues with it. So I will say, instead of having to roll for every half day of travel, if you have one of those, we can negate the first half of the day. So you'll only be rolling
Sweet.
for like a full, like once per full day as opposed to twice.
So do I think I could use like the embers of a fire as well?
Yes, like any
No big
old
deal.
any charcoals that are still hot and red enough to provide like a decent amount of heat, I will say will be
Beauty.
able to provide that bonus, and you make 3.
Nice. Can I also take a bag of leftover charcoal that I'm not going to use, like forged coal, and put it in my bag holder?
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Easily done.
And then once I assume that'll probably take all 4 of those hours, and then I'll come out and.
Yeah, and I will say during that time you're working away, Kate, you did have to kind of hammer some cold, just like thin sheets of metal into make this kind of bowl shape. And as you're watching, you hear Dusty come out, go to the kitchen. You kind of look up from your work and see Dusty make his way past, have a drink of water, and then come back out of the kitchen and pause for a brief moment in the hall before he goes over. You hear the sound of window slats closing. And Dusty returning to his room, and you kind of look out around you. Looking out your windows, you too see this very familiar layer of mist that has just kind of spread over the entire land outside your window, kind of billowing off the cliffs over into the waters of Rook's Bay, like some kind of steam waterfall almost. And you don't see anything beyond that, but it does appear, at least somewhere on Vorosia tonight, the mists are very much active, and you can only assume something bad is happening somewhere, and feel ever so grateful that it is not happening here tonight, at least as far as you know.
Oh God.
And by the morning you finish your work, you see that first beam of sunlight kind of come through the window and disperse the mists ever so slightly. They do remain in kind of the shadowy parts of the forest, but they kind of dissipate as the morning grows, and eventually you hear your comrades stir from their slumber and make their way out. Ashlyn and Olga, of course, leave their rooms all packed up and ready to go. Olga quickly reheats a stew that she left out overnight just on the coals to just give everyone a small morning meal before their travels. Kind of bundled up under all her furs as well. I have to say, I'm excited for when we get that fireplace. It's chilly in here. Oh,
It's gonna be
Yes,
nice.
it'll be,
she gets
it'll be
the
glorious.
standing by the oven, kind of warming her hands up as the stew heats up as well.
I'm pretty cold myself too, and I'm all bundled up, but my sleeves are I'm still sleeveless.
Of course, as you do.
For our longer travels, I've made a few of these that aren't really heat pack sort of things, and I'll show them the things that I've made. Essentially, you just wrap it in these leathers and shove it in a pocket of some sort, and it'll keep you nice and warm.
Look at you go. What? Pick one up and I'm like just looking at it. That's cool.
It'll take some refining in the future, but it'll work for our journey now.
Yeah, for now. Did you put coals in them already? Or are you waiting until you
No.
leave for that? Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm like touching it like it's hot.
It
I
is
want
not.
it to last as long as possible.
Okay, so waiting until
Yes,
the
no,
last possible
I
moment.
haven't filled them yet, but hopefully it'll be good.
You can feel warmth billowing from the room behind Xechas as he's heating up the forge and the coals within to be enough to travel with you for some time. It's quite nice.
Although I know
Olga.
it'll only last 5 seconds outside, I have my blanket that I'm going to wrap around me hanging by the forge too.
Very fair.
I'll take any kind of assistance with that.
Okay. Any last preparations you guys are making before you leave? You know from the job posting, of course, they're brain reset. You guys are planning to go to the Vorosian Springs and help with whatever issue has come up there. You do have the job posting, and it does say seek out Marl Gulwin at the lumber camp west of Fort Mismere, a site you are all very familiar with, having adventured there your first day together.
I think I just
Alright.
want to give Blipsby Ipswich the key to the house.
Okay, you go and knock on the
Good
door of the guest room where Blipsby is, and you open it, and you find all of the furniture in the room stacked up in the westernmost corner of the room, almost blocking the door to the point you can't really get in. And Blipsby has already hung up his like fancier robes over the side, and where everyone else is bundled and getting warm from the fire, he is already pulling up the planks of the floor. He's sweating through his shirt a little bit, and there's almost like a steam coming off of him in the cool of your home as he has worked up quite a good sweat. And as you kind of open the door, yeah, come on, prize piece of wood up. Oh, hello.
Oh, hi. I just wanted to give you the house key before we left.
I just figured I'd get to work here. Prize up another one.
That's fantastic. If you'd like, I can just leave it on the. There's no side table. I'll
just leave it on the upturned bed in the corner.
Okay, perfect. And I'll just kind of through the half-open door, I'll like toss it towards half upturned bed.
Perfect, thank you.
I can't get in.
Just literally one plank at a time, just pried off the floor. And you do recall him saying that he was in fact retired. He is not actively working as a mason anymore since he became a mason of the path. So you're a little surprised to see him, sleeves rolled up, sweat on his brow, just prying up floorboard after floorboard, and you kind of just chalk it up to
House is impressed.
this man needed some carpentry in his life and some masonry in his life.
Fair.
I've met this man. This man's my uncle. I know this man.
Well, thank you so much for your time. We'll see you in 3 weeks.
Not a problem. We can't wait to show you your new home.
So excited, and I'll close the door and let him get back to it.
You just hear from
There's
behind the door, as another plank is pried free.
thing I've been meaning to ask, specifically to you, Zeos. Are they gonna need your hand?
Perhaps when we get back we can see about it, but I don't see why I wouldn't be able to do any of the arcane wiring myself. I don't think, at least I don't expect they would have anyone with knowledge.
Well, I just meant to get into the room to start the tunnel.
They do need access to your room to build the secret
yes.
tunnel down. You could just leave the doors open for them.
Oh yeah.
I think I'll just leave the door open. Yes, that's probably a good idea.
While it did state in the contract that while your house is under construction by the Brotherhood of Mason, and Masons, or the Freemasons, because there's 3 of them, your entire home is under their protection during that time, along with everything inside of it. So you feel fairly assured in being able to do so.
Okay.
Yes, I'll leave it open, and perhaps I'll put some sort of stone jammed in where it can't fully shut, just in case.
All right. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't gonna auto, close or something.
Leave Zehas's arm behind.
I was real worried because I was like, "That's a little
second arm at some point."
In
That would
theory,
be pretty cool.
you could. That is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
There is an enchanted item that's like fully magical and functioning. You have more or less a rudimentary version of it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. I'll go do that right now, and I'm gonna go downstairs and open the door and.
Easily done.
Oh, I'll go in and take a piece of the broken table and kind of like jam a piece of it in.
Easily done. Yeah,
closed.
you leave both doors open
Perfect.
so Blipsby and the Brotherhood of Masons can make their way through.
Mm-hmm.
You do all notice that the innkeeper, Orson Corliv, who you have just employed as, I guess, like a master of whispers, I guess would be the best term for him. Your spy guy. Okay, we're gonna go with Orson the spy guy because that has a nice ring to it. I kind of dig that.
He's the guy.
You notice
Our Carmen San Diego.
he has already left. It appears he is not present at the home, and you kind of open the front door for a moment, and you do see a pair of footprints, very fresh, like probably in the last couple hours. In fact, you probably would have heard Zehas as he got up to leave and just made his way back to town, but it appears
I just think to myself, I don't blame him for not wanting to be here after being in prison for 3 weeks.
Bit of an awkward breakfast, yeah. Ashlyn and Olga finish their food. I take it you guys are all sorted for places to stay and stuff in the meantime?
We'll be roughing it as always.
You're no stranger to that, I'm sure. Olga and I are gonna head out. It feels like there might be a storm coming, so we're gonna get out before that gets, any worse or it gets any colder.
Sure. Stay
Yes,
safe. Try to stay in contact best you can.
I mean, you know where to find me. I have no idea where you're going, so all's in your court, so to speak. Yeah, you call me.
Right.
Have your people call my people, so they say.
I need to get about enchanting a pair of sending stones. That would be rather useful.
Oh yeah.
Might be. Either way, travel safe. Just I guess pop over to the house when the construction's all done and let us know when we're good to move back in.
Ah, yes, they said 3 weeks, and I would assume they meant exactly 3 weeks. So.
A construction project coming in on schedule. Yeah, I'll believe the day.
I don't know.
Normally I would agree, but I think I trust them for their time frame.
Yeah.
Fair
I feel
enough.
like he might actually throw himself into the river if it's even a minute long.
I'll take your word for it. Safe travels. I'll see you in a few weeks then. And I did. I assume you guys put up the posting in town about looking for a bookkeeper. Do they know to contact you or me, or should I be expecting people?
Oh, DM, I actually forget what I wrote for contact.
You put down you and Ashlyn both as a contact.
Okay. Well, I put both of us. I feel like they'd have an easier time getting hold of you, at least at the moment.
Okay, I'll hang a note on the front gate or something and tell them where to find me.
Sure, thank you.
She goes to her office quickly, scribbles something down on a piece of paper, puts it in like a kind of a leather wrap to kind of protect it as best she can from the elements, and goes out, and I'll hang it on my way out to you. Safe travels. And she kind of looks around and she can see her breath forming in front of her mouth. I will look forward to having a fireplace. She opens the door, and her and Olga leave, and as the doors open, you feel the cold immediately just fill the foyer and entryway of your home. The doors close, and that cold does nothing to dissipate, almost pushing back the heat coming from the forge, as if it's this ever-constant struggle between warmth and cold is winning. And this time, you hear another crash of something being thrown from your guest room as Blipsby continues his demolition efforts, and the three of you are left there in the entryway of your house. What is the plan? Where are you guys heading? What's your first step?
All right. I wanted to wait to mention it till they were gone. I don't think it's gonna bother Blipsby. Last night I came out, got a drink of water. The mists were swirling as they do. I saw a dead child.
A what? Who?
Or an injured child.
Very dead.
It was a brief moment.
Pretty certain they were dead.
Brief moment. I was looking at the window. They kind of appeared. Scratches down their face. Disappeared. I put the lantern next to the window. The mists are weird. Could have been a trick of them. But it really made me think of the kids that have gone missing. And now I'm worried that might be a bit more pressing than we are thinking.
Would any of these that I saw on the wall make a ring any bells, perhaps, or seem similar? And I'm going to pull out the whisper jar and play back my descriptions of the missing kids for Dusty.
Based on the descriptions you heard, none of them match the description of a small blonde girl having gone missing.
No, she was small, blonde. She doesn't match any of these. Although, if we swing by town, we can check. See if there's other ones that have been posted.
Maybe a new one.
Or this is a further reaching problem than just Fort Mistmere.
given how the mist were about, as we have dealt with it many a time, it's more than likely, if I had to guess, something much bigger than just Fort Mistmere.
Sure. Well, sure. Let's swing by the job posting and see if there's any new postings about a little blonde girl going missing. And honestly, though, if you're having visions of this, like I said this morning, you're something of a divining rod to us, Dusty. If you think that this is pressing, then my gut instinct is to trust you.
Well, visions is a bit strong. It's more like, the mist could be just doing its thing.
It's playing tricks on the mind.
True.
Hmm.
Let's check the board. If there's something, we'll know when we see it.
We do
Well,
have to
I have
head.
no idea. Are we going that way? Yes.
We gotta head in that direction to get to the one lumber camp. So.
True.
Right. Yes. Okay. Yes, I suppose it won't take much time. Well, I'm ready to go. Are you?
Ready as I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Let me get Violet.
I need to fill these, and I'm gonna go fill the heat pack.
Okay.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
And you go grab some coals from the forge. You kind of have to use your metal hand to like grab the hot coal and plunk it inside the little pouch, quickly tying it shut.
I'll grab my fireplace tongs.
That works too. It's hard to grab one little coal at a time, but you're able to kind of manage it and get it into the pouch at the same time. It's a bit of a struggle, and it takes you a couple minutes. But by the end, you have your 3 pouches. You can feel already the heat radiating through the small leather and metal pouch, or with the metal inside, and you don't smell burning leather. So you gather, at very least, that added lining, shall we say, provided quite a benefit.
Sweet. And I'm gonna grab my hanging blanket and wrap it around myself as well.
Okay, easily done.
Wait for the heat to dissipate in 5 seconds once I leave the forge.
Truly. Okay. You guys all bundle up in your front area, and you resolve to head towards the town of Fort Mistmere, and you open your front door and begin making your way down the road. We don't need to go over the entire travel. Again, you guys have traveled this route many times, and with the heat packs kind of tucked in the front pocket of whatever clothing you're wearing, you feel warm and comforted. The cold's still there. Your nose, your ears still feel that gnawing bite of the cold winds, becoming increasingly more fervent. And as you kind of bundle up, at least your core and your arms manage to stay warm, at least until about the second hour of travel, when the heat begins to fade finally. But it did make that initial burst of travel much more manageable, and you arrive at Fort Mistmere just as the heat begins to dissipate fully, and you find the town, for lack of a better term, a bustle. You see there are banners freshly hung, blowing in the cool winter breeze, bearing the sigil of the company and those that it represents. And you see different ships kind of out in the bay gathered up, and you notice just a general increase of people around, kind of a gathering around the governor's house of people kind of filing in as they go. Invite Carl, you have advantage from Kayla. Thanks, babe. Love you.
2 advantages now. Oh my god.
There you go. They do tend to build up. It seems generally more busy here than it has in the last few days that you've visited during the winter here. You do know the winter festival is set to start next week, but this feels a little early for that. So you're kind of left with questions as you walk along the road around the wooden fortress wall here that guards Fort Mistmere. You enter the front gates and stand just west of the town square in the fort. What are you doing?
I'll head straight for the board. If y'all have to do anything, pick up anything.
Okay. Make your way to the job board in the town square.
Quite rather a lot of people here, though. It's interesting. More ships than normal.
You notice the Rotten Timber Tavern as you make your way to the town square. You see the job board next to the fountain in kind of the center of the square there, and you see the doors. While they are closed against the cold, they do swing open when a customer leaves and makes their way down towards the docks. You hear the kind of noise of breakfast being served, and it seems like Orson Korlev wasted no time in returning back to his establishment, opening the doors and, for lack of a better term, kicking up right where he left off, serving breakfast to all the townsfolk here. You do approach the job board and you look, and there are no new posters posted currently. Dusty, kind of expecting maybe something might have been there. You're not sure. Maybe the mist really was just playing tricks on you. It's not the first time the mist has made people hallucinate. People claim to see all sorts of crazy things, and you find no evidence here that another child has gone missing.
It looks just like when I saw it last. Nothing new.
You do see your job posting with a couple just like pieces torn off the bottom bearing the address of where to go look.
Nice.
It seems like your posting has garnered some interest.
Well, I mean, if there's nothing here, I guess we can carry about business as usual. We wouldn't want to miss out on this other job to begin with. Although I'm not 100% familiar with what other adventuring companies might be in the area to compete with us on it. Sure, there's some, and with a high-paying job like it's Sault, they'll come from quite a ways.
Yes, so hopefully we get there first. I did actually take the posting so that no one else would see it.
You did.
That was good.
Hopefully it wasn't posted in any more towns.
He might have. Wealthy man. Regarding the people in town, I guess we can go visit our second favorite innkeeper and see if they have any information that they've gathered in a short time.
Yeah, I was honestly thinking that'd be a good idea. First, I thought it'd maybe be awkward after, we just let him go from our B&B. I thought, that maybe we give him some time. But, looking over at Dusty, there's a part of me that feels like if there is a new case, it might just not be posted yet. And I don't know. I think we might need to lean into this. There's something gnawing at me on this one.
To be fair, he's only been back here for a couple of hours.
True.
He didn't leave that much before us. So it wouldn't hurt to at least talk to him. You're not wrong.
I think, if anything, he might have been able to hear something about why there's more people around town a little early for the Winterfest.
That too.
Good call, yes. And maybe we can refill our heat packs.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Okay. Make your way into the Rotten Timber Tavern, finding it very much as you left it last time you were here. A bustle with activity, everyone kind of gathering. There, you would guess by this point, probably early lunch break. Not so much breakfast at this point. You do know most of the town is kind of out of work for much of the winter season, being that there isn't much farming to be done, and when Rook's Bay finally does freeze all the way over, the fishermen are left with much fewer options. So you find it a lot busier than you were expecting. But the fire is warm, the drinks and food are flowing out of the bar and the kitchen, and you see Orson Korlev just wiping a little spill off the bar. He tucks his cloth into his waistband, and you see the much friendlier face of the old man you just had previously locked in your basement until today. Greets you. He says, "Oh, it's you lot. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome in. Nice of you to swing by. What can I do for you today?"
And just are there seats open at the bar?
They're at the bar? No. The table you guys kind of tended to at the beginning of the campaign, and a couple others are currently open. You notice people tend to avoid the one you started at, because it's kind of awkwardly placed in a corner and it's not particularly comfy to sit at, but it is fairly close to the fire. You do see the remnants of like some old plates and dishes that haven't been cleared yet. So people have been using the table, but it is free currently. Take a seat if you like. We just, food's just flowing now.
Oh, bless. Sure, yes. Let's just take a seat over here and, yes.
You want a bite to eat?
Oh, you know what? A little one. Yeah, that would be nice. And maybe, bottle of liquor. I have a water skin.
Oh, we're starting early, eh? Ha! He pounds the table twice and goes back into the kitchen. 3 more breakfast, please. Returns. Grab a seat. I'll be over in a minute to have a chat.
Thank you.
He immediately switches focus to another patron, almost like obviously not wanting to spend too much time on you guys, but seemingly having reblended back into the friendly innkeeper that only knows you guys in passing kind of persona that he's taken on here. You guys make your way to the table, chat for yourselves for a little bit, feel the fire already beginning to warm you here in the corner. That little bit of time that your little heat pack was not helping now having been thwarted by the warm, cozy fire. And after about 10 minutes, you see Orson come out with 2 bowls of what appear to be a fairly hearty-looking stew. And one's kind of resting on the arm. He comes over the table, puts the 3 down and sits down and just leans in. I haven't seen you 3 in a very long time. Tell me what you've been up to. And he leans in as if like he's very much trying to put on a front of just trying to reconnect with old customers. What can I do for you? Figure if you're stopping in this soon, you're looking for something.
We noticed the influx of people around town. We were curious. Winterfest is a little early for this many folks.
Yeah, you know.
I know you only been back a while, but...
Oh, believe me, the town's all abuzz. It's not every day that one of the governors just washes up on some shore somewhere, eh? You do remember Sophie Morderas mentioning that she had found the former governor of Fort Mesmere dead.
We did hear about that.
Right.
It seems someone found him, brought his body back so they can have him a little funeral up there at the graveyard. It's supposed to happen in the next couple days. I suppose you lot will be attending.
As interesting of a man as we found him to be, we have pressing matters to take care of.
Well, don't we all? I can assure you I will be in attendance and I will pass on anything that I manage to pick up while I'm there. Now, I do have other customers, so is there anything else you need while I'm here?
Right, quick question, just a little hustle and bustle. Is there anything more negative happening in the town today? Maybe another missing child in the last maybe 12, 16, 24 hours?
No, not lately that I've heard, apart from the ones already out and about. Most of those families already went and cleared off too, I'm not gonna lie to you. Couldn't handle their kid going missing.
Well, that's good to know.
No, I think they're still... I think one of them was still kicking around town, but the rest all cleared off.
Do you know which one?
He says, checking his notes.
He pulls out a piece of paper from his sleeve.
Pulls out this long list of details. Sorry, I
just coils down to the ground and goes down through his legs.
I do have it written down. Yeah.
Just pulling it out of his mouth like a clown.
So, Frederick Bradley. He stuck around for a little while. Still got a place just north of town a little bit, but last I heard he's just been working at the lumber mill, keeping himself busy. Wife died not soon after his kid did. Cold got her.
Oh. No.
It's an unfortunate part of living in the frozen asshole of the world, ain't it?
Present for now.
For now. Hopefully it melts out pretty soon. But yeah, if you're, last I heard, Frederick was the only one still kicking around. He's down at the lumber mill. Well,
All right.
You wouldn't happen to know if this is happening anywhere nearby either.
I mean, it's a dangerous place, this little hellhole. People go missing all the time. Lots of kids run around playing in the woods when they shouldn't be, and those kids tend to not come back sometimes. So, is it happening everywhere? I'm sure it's not, but it's definitely happening in a lot of places. Though, I will say the specific concentration around here is a little eyebrow raising at times, but I haven't heard of anything happening in the last few weeks at least.
Alright, well, if you don't mind keeping an ear out specifically for that, but as well as anything else.
I'll put my feelers out around town, see what I can't find. And when you come back, maybe I'll have some info for you. Where are you lot headed anyway? Said you're busy with stuff.
We took some jobs from the job board. We gotta get out of the house.
Right.
Aye, the little guy was telling me he's going to do some work for you. Wouldn't tell me what, though. Something about some kind of arcane death thing. I don't know.
Really intense.
Yes, for a building contract, but yes.
Strange building contract, but, you know, the Brotherhood of Maces is into all kinds of trouble. I've met him a few times on the road. He's a friendly camper, a bit of a strange one, but good at his job by all accounts.
Seems like it, yes.
Well, if that'll be all, I will see you chaps later, and safe travels. Swing by when you get back to town, I'll see if I have any more information for you. And, he says this louder as he's getting up to leave. I'll pass on your condolences to the good governor's family and friends.
Good, thank you.
He gets up,
I say very formally.
leaves the table, making kind of a big show of that moment before returning to his place behind the bar and just kicking up conversation with people. And at first glance, you see a friendly barman just chatting to people, like, how's your mother doing? How's your father? How's work? And you see a friendly man doing friendly things, but now having knowledge of Orson Corliv and his particular skill set, you see something more akin to a spider just connecting different webs of information at all times. Like, he is active and alert and taking in everything. You all tuck into what appears to be like a very simple, I said stew, that was kind of a misnomer. It's more of like a gruel, very simple kind of like oatmeal with some like dried fruits kind of tucked into it. It's tasty. There's like a hint of brown sugar in it and a little bit of syrup. It tastes good. It's just plain. What's up, Frog? How you doing? Also, I missed a follow there. Welcome in, Gamer Dev. Appreciate you.
Oh, I do miss the days of being able to enjoy food. Doesn't do anything for me anymore.
Oh. Not even a little bit of the taste.
Well, I can taste it, but it just isn't satisfying.
That must be maddening.
It used to be. Now it's more of a... It's like a long-lost friend.
Well, we're gonna get you satisfied in other ways. Not that way.
I do quite enjoy my work, though. It's always been my catharsis.
And you do very good at it. I mean, look at the house. Look at the little guy in your pockets. I mean, getting better and better and cooler. Oh my! I knew he was coming and I still got scared.
Well, with very little info to go off of, we could visit the father. Or we can just carry on and hope he's here when we get back. I don't know.
I feel like we should carry on with the original plan.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the mist, just kind of getting in my head.
Yes, it is odd though. We'll just. It is odd.
It is, but you're both right. I think if we let the high-paying job go, we're gonna get lost in very messy mystery
Hmm.
and just end
Plus
up
an
spending more
opportunity
money
like
than we
this.
make.
Yes, an opportunity like this is fleeting, so I think we'd be wise to jump on it.
Right. Unfortunately.
As much as I would love to run auditions or recruitments for other people to help us, I think that getting this big job out of the way and then just fast tracking it onto the trail of the other is our best bet, and then we can deal with recruitment after.
Yes, having some
All right.
capital would be good.
Let's go make a little money.
Fair enough.
All right.
So, starting our journey, the party takes their leave of Fort Misbeer. I'm assuming you refill your coal thing at the fire?
If there's enough, like, of an ember base
It is
for
a
me to do that, or...
huge fireplace.
Oh,
it is
okay.
enough to
Then
heat
yes.
the entire tavern. Like, it is massive. And there's just piles of coals at the bottom of it. Very easily to just scoop out a few.
Yes.
This time
This I will use my metal hand for, and I'll have Smith help me.
you find it. Oh, I mean, between you and Smith, you get those filled. No problem at all. It takes you about 30 seconds. Ding, 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 ding. Done.
Sweet.
And you tuck in your nice warm packs and you make your way out of the Rotten Timber Tavern again onto the path out of Fort Misbeer. A familiar path, one you guys have trod before. The first time you were brought together when Xechas and Vykarl first got off the boats from Felorun here in Fort Misbeer, when they first met Dusty, who they learned was also attending the funeral and would be sharing their lodgings with them. You all had made your way out here into the forest to the lumber mill where suspicious activities had been taking place, and now you are all making your way back there again. As you wander down the path, you see familiar trees making their way past you as you go, and eventually familiar landmarks. You remember jumping and running out of the way of one of the giant spiders chasing you there. You remember almost tripping over one of the exposed roots there and succumbing to one of the spiders as it pounced towards you, but only narrowly managing to get out of the way. And as you sit there, remembering those times, you feel the warmth from your pouch struggling to keep up with the winds. As the winds pick up, you see snow start to blow across your vision, falling heavily from the sky, the wind whipping through the trees whistling loudly in your ears as it does so, rushing across the semi-barren landscape of a mostly dead forest. And you all just have to bundle up as you are caught in the storm that Kieran summoned with his 98 weather check. And as you get about an hour outside of town, you find yourself caught in the middle of a nasty blizzard that has just blown in off the frigid waters of Rook's Bay. You put your goggles on, you bundle up tight in your winter clothes, hoping against hope that you can stay warm, and you feel those hopes dwindle almost as quickly as they came, as the snow falls deep around you and the winds blow cold and heavy. This is bad. You have been caught out in storms. You have not yet been caught out in a blizzard of this magnitude. It is no longer snow blowing across your vision. It is pellets of ice. They hurt as they kind of whip against your skin. You have to pull your hood even tighter. And as you all trudge through the snow, warily trying to make this path continue as the snow falls deeper and deeper and heavier at your feet, I need everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw, as that cold blizzard just bites through all of your clothing. All of you add advantage because you do have warm weather clothing and the help from Xechas's invention.
Going for that 20, baby. Okay, nope. I have advantage.
You do have advantage, so the 20 is good. You had advantage anyway because you have warm weather clothing and you're Goliath.
24.
You're resistant.
So I
Maybe not advantage.
Didn't
But.
use it.
So everyone, we got a 19 from Dusty, a 20, and a 24. So collectively, you actually all do quite good, and you kind of chalk it up to the help of Xechas's new invention and the extra blankets and furs you brought along for the journey. You are moving slow. What should have taken you maybe a half day is going to take you a full day travel, as you are just bundled, barely looking where you're walking, kind of looking at just the few steps ahead of you as you bundle up against the coal and just, for lack of a better term, trudge along this path to the lumber camp. You do manage to resist the effects of the cold, but you are traveling agonizingly slowly. And as you finally finish your day of travel, your fur's now frozen. You can barely hear Xechas over the wind and the storm, the sound of these ice pellets ding, 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 off the shield of Xechas as he moves along, just basically blocking out all other sound. Dusty.
Far shot, crazy far shot here, but it's one of the only chances I'm ever going to get for this to actually matter.
Okay.
I have Natural Explorer for Arctic,
You do.
which allows my group to ignore difficult terrain for travel.
Okay, I'm going to say roll me a survival check with disadvantage. Because this isn't difficult terrain. This is a fucking blizzard. But I will allow you to roll against it to see. It is a DC 15.
May I
Now-
have guidance him, DM?
No.
And
Oh, doesn't
or
matter.
how about may I use Call Lightning? If you are outdoors in stormy conditions when you cast the spell gives you control over the existing storm instead of creating a new one. If I use Call Lightning, can I zap, 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 and just for a moment stop the snow?
Roll me a nature check at disadvantage. This isn't so much
That one
a, this isn't so much a
wouldn't
lightning
advantage to
storm
cancel.
as it is like a whole full-blown blizzard level climactic winter event, but it is over an ocean, or at least a very large bay, so some thunder could be a potential. We could maybe see.
Vicarl sees Dusty like looking ahead, and for a moment just puts his hand up and nature check. Can I use advantage to cancel out the disadvantage?
Sure.
Oh yes, okay, 16.
Okay, Dusty, as you kind of climb your way on top of the snow, kind of resting on a hard patch and looking forward and trying to guide the best way, still bundled up, your head tall and looking up, you hear the crack, or like the crack of thunder as 3 lightning bolts just begin bolting down all around you, sizzling up in the snow around you, lighting a small tree on fire nearby that is put out fairly quickly by the snow and rain that is falling. And I will say, with all of that together, you managed to make the journey in just over a day and a half, as opposed to a full day travel. Because you're not moving slow because the terrain's hard. You're moving slow because you're bundled against the cold. But you do manage to kind of find yourself a quicker path. With some help from Vicarl's lightning almost guiding the way as it goes along, just zapping snow out from around you. If anything, the heat from the lightning is enough to warm your clothes ever so slightly. When the zap is close enough, it dries off a portion of your clothes. But, like, you don't really want to get struck by it, so you kind of want it to keep a little bit of a distance there. But collectively, at about the day and a half mark, as this storm is just raging all around you, you do see the lumber camp more lively than you remember it. You actually see 3 tents, one fairly large, almost a yurt-like circular tent, like a much more permanent looking structure, and then these 2 kind of large work tent these large work tents around it. Frog, nice. Okay. And as you arrive, you feel the storm beginning to subside ever so slightly. It is still snowing, it is still windy, but the worst of it has passed, and you kind of approach the camp as you As you do, you see the snow is blown hard against the side of the tents, kind of causing them to lean awkwardly to one side. You see what appears to be guards, also bundled up in fur and very rudimentary armor, kind of brushing the snow off the tents and shaking it off now that the storm has begun to calm a little bit. It is still a 64 on the D100, so the storm is still actively going, but at least has broken enough that they're able to mitigate it. Are you guys just walking straight into the glade?
I think Dusty's eyes are like a little wider than normal, just because he can't really. He's like having a
They're
hard time
frozen
blinking.
open,
It's real
yeah.
slow because he's been straining to see through this fucking. Because he doesn't have goggles like Zeus. Just kind of. God.
I got the snow blindness.
Straight up.
I like snap them off for a sec. There's like a clear red mark around where the pale whiteness of me is.
Not even just red, there's like ice crystals that have formed around the rim of the goggles. And as you pull them off, they actually like break out of the ice a bit, and you just see a circle of ice depicting where these goggles were resting. It doesn't help that your body temperature is literally non-existent, so it's particularly or easy for shit to freeze on you. Just saying.
Yeah, I have a mechanical heart pumping blood through my body, okay?
You definitely have something pumping something through your body.
It gets cold by the time it gets to your face, though. It's Baja Blast up there.
Oh no. You guys just entering the camp?
Off, snap them back on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you just walk right in. The guards kind of look up and see you. They don't have any weapons, just shovels handy, and you see them kind of grab shovels defensively and turn towards you and point them at you almost like a spear, just with the blade of the shovel pointed towards you. Who goes there? Through just chattering teeth, you hear this asked.
Yes. We are Saul's United Cogs and Claws. We're here to talk to somebody about a job.
Does that spell suck? You hear the other
It sure
guard
does.
kind of perk up. Their name spells suck. Yeah, no, I heard you.
Remember it.
The jar of whispers just says that.
A pre-recorded.
I love that. They kind of lower the shovels. You came about the job posting then, yeah?
Right.
He goes over to
Yep.
the large yurt-like tent, kind of hits on what appears to be like a wooden frame around the door. Hey, boss! Someone's here about the job. Again, through just chattering teeth. And you see the door of the yurt kind of open. And it is this very rudimentary wooden door. And as you kind of get a glimpse inside, you see this almost like circular log frame. What's that you said? Someone... Oh! Oh, this is fortuitous. I just put some wood in the fire. Come in, come in.
Delightful.
He looks outside.
Yep.
Don't forget to get the snow off of the side of my tent too, please. Thank you. The guard's like, of course, sir, right away. He ushers you in, kind of the hand, and you see almost like, for lack of a better term, a Mr. Maker-like suit. Like very, very nice, fancy suit, but the man wearing it is indescribably mouse-like. He has like a hunched over kind of shoulders, this kind of small, almost button-like nose on this kind of squat, round face with pudgy cheeks, but the rest of him is very skinny. It's just his bone structure kind of gives him this very mouse-like look. He says, and he goes over and sits by this kind of makeshift desk. There's a bench in the corner. You can grab that if you want. Welcome to my little paradise. How are you? I thought I heard someone said you call yourself S.U.C.C.
Yes, that's right. Saul's United Cogs and Claws.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense than S.U.C.C. S.U.C.'s not a great name, but that one's good. So you saw my job posting then? We are in dire need of assistance, and the sooner that you can assist me, the sooner I can go back to the warmth of anywhere but here, really.
It's not shoveling snow, I hope.
No, we save that for the rank and file, so to speak. They're just a couple local kids who could swing an axe if they need to. I needed extra security, which is partly why I've brought you here today. And you see, even bound up like the suit and the fur coat he's wearing on top of it, he too appears to be very much frigid. And even with like the small wood-burning stove actively going in this tent and giving off heat, it is still remarkably cold outside after that blizzard. But the rest of my guards were, taken, for lack of a better term.
Yes, the post mentioned something about a monster of some kind.
That's really the best we can describe it. I don't know what the fuck it is. I've never seen it before. We had a rule. How much do you know about the project?
Well, I'm familiar with the area. I was familiar that someone had bought up the land.
Not
kind of what the project was going to be, but
not just someone. The Milton Group. And as he kind of says that, you flash. You kind of have this moment of realization that that's where you heard it. It was the Milton Group's last acquisition. The Milton Group, or the Miltons, of course, being a very famous purveyor of vacation, a destination, and luxury hotels.
Damn it.
This wasn't me. This wasn't me. It was a chat redeem. It was a chat redeem. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. Don't blame me.
Milton Hotels?
Milton Hotels, yes. The Milton
Where's
Group's
Barris Milton?
Harris Milton, in fact, is their founder and owner. You, of course... It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I plead innocence on this one. This was the chat.
Love you.
This was the chat. This was a build your own NPC redeem. Not my fault. Not my fault.
We're going to clear out monsters at the Milton? Dude, come on.
Bring your pool floaties.
It's loosely based on the fair. They're based on the Fairmont chain of resorts here in Canada, but they're run by the Milton family and their patron, Harris Milton, of course. You can't blame me for this one. I plead innocence. As you know, they are a particularly large investor in vacation properties. They have more money than brains, and they choose to buy up these properties in the middle of nowhere that are sometimes infested with monsters and try to put resorts there. It works 7 out of 10 times. Don't ask about the other 3. This is one of the other 3.
Well, it sounds profitable enough.
Very! We are offering a large amount of money. But, you see, they bought these hot springs way up, somewhere near the bottom of Mount Voros, where we were set up before. And there was a rule. No peasants in the hot springs, which of course includes me, and all of my employees here. So really, just stay out of the hot springs was the general rule. Unfortunately, one night it was particularly cold and my guards did not want to stay out of the hot springs, so they made their way inside. And, well, they never came out. Something pulled them under the surface in a hurry, and that's that, I'm afraid. Except for the smell. There was a smell that was foul, and that is what gave us a hint as to what the creature might be. Some kind of disgusting creature, monster of some kind. It smelled like rot, like old swamp coming out of the hot springs. And I mean, I don't know if you've been around hot springs before, but they usually smelled kind of like rotten eggs. It's a byproduct of the natural gases. It's to be expected. Right. This smelled like rotten shit instead. Very, very foul. Old swampy decay.
You have kind of set yourself up. Looks at the lumber mill, gestures around.
Yes, we are a patron of the company. Of course, the Milton is a member of the TTC umbrella. They were kind enough to allow us to set up shop here in the lumber mill, or the lumber camp. I don't know why they couldn't put us up within the walls. Something about peasants, but you know. So we're camped here for now. The actual site is about another day up the river. There's a small path you can follow.
I'm familiar with the area. I can get us there. I meant more so that you set up here in the Fester Woods. It's swampy-ish kind of forest.
Well, we figured
the scents and smells are not familiar to this, or are they similar in a way, just worse?
I can't speak for the rest of the forest. I know there's obviously like a little bit of swamp here and there, and it smells natural. This smells worse. Like all of those smells combined into one, and then ruminating from the hot springs at once. The steam probably didn't help. All of the worst parts of nature combined into one thing. And the hot springs look like a swamp now.
Does this ring any bells for any kind of creature I've ever heard of or read about?
Roll me a nature check. Dusty with advantage.
I say based off of things that I've done in my past and not so recent past.
Just a 10.
Invite Carl 16.
I'm not gonna roll simply because I'm not that much of a nature person.
You're not. The druid is not that much of a nature person. Okay.
I'm just learning it as I go.
Valid. Okay, so Dusty.
I was born in the woods.
You would... Not that you have encountered these before, but you have heard of creatures that are basically an amalgamation of decayed plant matter that have somehow reanimated to do things, and they more or less come alive. This sounds like a shambling mound, or something of similar construction.
I would know that this is not quite the same as the plant things that came after us.
No, you would know that this is
The one
like
time.
a naturally occurring plant creature. Nothing strange from the Fae, or maybe like Fae routes, but like these are things that occur in nature from time to time, usually in areas of great decay, such as swamps.
I'm gonna turn towards the other two. I was a little worried when he was talking about like being naturey in a way, or like an amalgamation or kind of collective, that it was gonna be the creatures we ran across that kind of reanimated the lumber workers.
You told me about those,
Oh.
right?
Oh, yes.
But it sounded more like a shambling mound, which is just naturally occurring. It's not Feywild in nature like the others.
Oh, okay. Is that good or bad? I don't know.
I've never met them. I could not tell you.
You know, they kind of range in size and power. The oldest ones from the deepest swamps tend to be a little hardier. You know, generally they are quite hard to kill. But with that roll, you wouldn't know any of their specific strengths or weaknesses. You just know they are a fairly hardy creature that can hold its own in combat if it needs to.
They're a bit stout in nature, and kind of brawny, and can range from large to very fucking large.
Wasn't that funny? You could almost be describing me right now. Ha
I don't know what it is, but I know I want it gone. I don't know if you have a going rate, but the Miltons are prepared to offer a reward of 700 gold for this creature's
Yeah.
removal. And 1 year's worth of time at the spa. Upon completion, of course.
Knowing what I know about the Milton family
They are...
and their acquisitions,
You rolled like a nat 20 to learn about the site. You know of the Miltons. When they do luxury, they do luxury. Like, This location was meant to be more of like a glamping site, but I say that in that the glamping will be done in enchanted tents that basically have the size of an entire house inside of them. Like it is glamping in like the most glampy sense.
More so, would I have an idea of how much a year's worth of stay time at one of their places would amount to?
Well, they of course offer the hotels to anyone willing to pay, but they do have a private members program that on average costs around 2,000 gold per year.
Per person?
Per person.
All right.
But that gets you like stays at any of their hotels, all of their packages at any of their luxury locations. They truly are like the pinnacle of luxurious treatment if you're looking to get away.
While the passes to stay are a generous offer on their behalf, we're more so we deal strictly in monetary.
Well, the price is 700. That is what they're offering. The year-long membership, only at the spa, mind you, not at any of their other locations. Just this one. Is just an added bonus. You can take it or leave it. We're not offering a cash exchange for their value.
So my issue is having some knowledge of this creature, albeit limited, obviously. There is quite the risk of our own safety, given the fact that your men also went missing already. I don't know if I value my life at less than 1,500.
More than double the initial price. You're funny. Are you a comedy group or a group of adventurers?
Sometimes.
Clearly.
Well,
I can tell you they are willing to pay a lot, but not that much. That exceeds the value of what we were asking and the memberships for a year easily.
well,
Think
the
of it
way
less
I
like a
figured-
membership. You wouldn't be a member so much as you'd just be allowed to access the spa for a year.
Indeed. I'm more so thinking you can send other people. They'll die. We're the sure shot way to get it done. But as I said, we can't really go out risking our lives when we could just go
Roll
help
me
with local jobs.
persuasion check. I say with just a straight roll. Okay. Well, you do make a good point, and you sure seem very sure of yourself. And looking at all of you, you seem quite capable. I can personally assure you that there's no way the Milton Group will allow me to offer more than double of what they offered. But I do have a little professional wiggle room that we can work within. So, the membership's included for the 1 year. I have been allowed to go up to no higher than 950 gold.
That's a decent bit more reasonable. It is a little.
Roll me an insight check. Any of you. Carl, you're the more business money guy, so I'll say with advantage. You guys suck. You guys suck cocks and dicks. There you go. Dusty seems to you like he's giving you a really good deal. Xechas, same thing. Like, you're both compelled to take that deal outright. Carl, you've negotiated prices with people before. This is your kind of area of expertise, manipulating money and working deals to your benefit. If he says 950 is his maximum wiggle room on his first negotiation, can figure there's probably a little more in there. Based on your experiences as a negotiator.
I've just been sort of sitting in the back, listening. Eyes darting, and as soon as he says 950, I just... How much did this yurt cost?
15 gold pieces, maybe? If that, it's just some fabric and some wood. Like the one thing we have in abundance here.
$1,100.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I'm gonna use that advantage from Caleb. Dup.
Okay.
Persuasion. Come on. Hup. Please. Okay. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
18.
With the 18. Would you say 1,100?
Mm-hmm.
1050. Final offer.
1050, and you give us one of these yurts.
All right. I left the other one back at the site. I guess you can just take it.
Yay!
I guess if it means that much to you.
We're gonna be out without a house for a while. It's gonna be helpful, trust.
They are quite annoying to set up, even with help. And he gestures to the people you can hear shoveling snow outside. It took us about half a day.
I can be like 50 monkeys. It's fine.
Fair enough. I'll be tight to argue. 1050, and you rid us of the creature, and I need to see those hot springs clear to prove it. So, and he puts a little stone on the table. He holds up another one in his hand.
Proof of the creature.
When you have slain the creature, you will contact me through that stone. You may once a day speak through it and contact me. I will bring my guards to confirm your work. You will need to wait until I arrive. You can use the yurt for that, I guess. Upon which I will have your payment.
Perfect. Perfect.
He holds out his small, kind of gangly, bony hand.
I go right for it, and I stop mid, like I'm going right hard, and I just real nice and soft.
Shakes your hand. Shakes on
I go
everybody.
to shake his hand as well.
Okay.
Smith pops out and shakes his hand too.
Oh my, I've never seen anything quite like that. As for tonight, I doubt you want to travel at night, but you're free to use our camp. You can't have this yurt. This one's mine. But feel free to make yourselves comfortable around camp for the night if you wish. Otherwise, just follow the river until you see the signs, and you can't miss it.
Perfect.
Well, we better get some rest. We have a bit of travel ahead.
Good. I will write my superiors to inform them I have located some reliable adventurers. You are reliable, right?
Very.
Best you're gonna find around here.
I'll take your word for it. Good evening. And he goes over and throws another log in the wood fire, the little kind of wood stove he has here. And kind of sits down next to it, just warming up for a minute. What's up, Brad? Welcome in. You guys make your way out of his yurt and into the biting cold outside yet again.
Is there a tent that does not look occupied within this camp?
They appear to be all full. Or at least have a couple people. And the two you met, who are done shoveling, each go into a separate tent, and you can hear them talking to at least 2 or 3 people in each of them.
I mean, we're at the lumber mill, right?
No, you're at the lumber camp.
Oh,
Which is about
right.
an hour
Yes,
outside
that
of
one.
town
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
woods.
I suppose I could just pitch out a tent for us.
Sure.
Might as well. I'll get the fire going.
Cool.
Thank you.
Okay. Roll me a survival check for that fire in the cold. Fairly easy to find. They do have some wood that is dry put aside here, luckily.
Is this a forest?
You are... Yeah, it is technically a forest. I will say, yes, I would allow advantage for this one. You're a ranger. Starting a fire is kind of your thing. At least, you know. Oh my god. You both watch Dusty go over and build this fire pit and just try to get a spark going enough to light this fire and is just unable to do so. Xechas, casually, as you're walking past to set up the tent, you just go...
Fireball.
Fire lights. Dusty, it almost looks like your spark hits it, but you definitely see the bead of fire come through and hit it just as your spark does.
I'm gonna take credit for that.
You got it started. You got it started, darling. You did.
I just go about setting up the tent.
Okay.
Smith.
You all set up the tent for the evening. I have to ask, are any of you taking a watch? What's the plan for the evening?
Are there guards taking watch?
You do see two of the guards coming out from the tents, swapping with the other two who are out there. And they just kind of sit around the fire you now have built and kind of look at you graciously like, thanks.
No.
Dusty will, at some point, brave the cold weather enough to climb into a tree, kind of like a decent bit up, to just sit and watch out.
Okay, you're going to take first watch. Okay.
Yeah.
Xechas and Fight Carl make your way into the relative warmth of the tent. You refill your little coal pouches from the coals of the fire when you get one burning hot enough and put those in the tent to kind of help just generate a little extra heat for you while you're in here. And it is cozy enough.
I'll put a bit of the coal that I have in the fire as well.
Okay.
You get a nice coal base.
Reheat some coals. Okay. Dusty, you make your way
I take it.
Up the tree. Go ahead, roll me a perception check.
I take a swig out of the Father Gustav liquor skin to empty it and then fill it with the liquor I got from the bar.
Okay. All right. Dusty, you don't hear or see anything on your watch. You watch from your tree as the two guards who are on watch swap after about 3 hours. Two more people come out. A young man and young woman. Same 3 hours go by. They swap. You would probably only see the first change, though. Yes.
At some point, I just kind of grab the stone and lean down to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know if you can hear me in there, but I do apologize. I won't be able to let you out tonight.
You receive no response. The rest of your watch passes without incident. Xechas, after 4 hours, you kind of snap back to yourself.
Snap back to reality.
Are you taking next watch?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have Smith join me as well.
Roll a perception check for you and Smith.
Oh, he has a +4. Wow.
Okay. As you and Smith both sit kind of near the fire, getting a little warmth, the two guards who are out on their duty also watching. You're kind of watching the forest behind them. They're watching the forest behind you. You see just a little bit of mist begin to creep between the trees. Nothing concerning, like when the giant wave of mist kind of rolls across the land, blanketing everything in fog. Just this kind of subtle, very similar looking, just drifting between the trees and the kind of lower patches down and sunken between the snowdrifts. And for a brief moment, as you kind of look out, you see walking out from behind a tree a little blonde girl in a bloody white dress. Nightgown, actually. She just kind of looks slowly over to you. And as you make eye contact, you see the similarly scarred face, though this time one of the eyes is entirely hanging out. And there's a chunk of her right body just missing entirely. There is no right arm as she turns to you. She just tilts her head.
I'm giving like a play-by-play of this into the whisper jar.
Tilts her head, and as she passes the next tree, vanishes from your sight. This all happens in a period of maybe a second, if that. It's just a flash of an image across your line of sight, and it is gone. The rest of
Smith,
your
did you
watch
see that?
passes with... He just looks over to you. Shakes his head no.
Interesting.
The rest of your watch passes without incident, and you see the sun creep over the eastern trees yet again.
Keep the fire going, adding more coals enough to fill all 3 of our heat packs.
Okay. The following morning comes, the rest of the party awakens, and as you all come out of the tent, and you see Xechas sitting pensively around the fire as a light snow falls, that is where we will take our break for today. We will see y'all in 10 minutes. We're going to go hit up the break real fast, hit the bathroom, refill our drinks, do what we needs to do, and we will see y'all in 10. We are going to run an ad, so if you need to run hide from ye old Bezos, be my guest. But we'll be back
Who are you gonna
in
call?
10, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Your mom's
Love
house.
you guys.
It's not the only thing I do that's micro.
Oh, Microlodong strikes again.
Micro LeBrain.
All right, what do we microwave? Chinese food? Microwavable dinner?
Like a
Let's go,
steak
microwavable
and
dinner.
potatoes,
Oh,
like a steak and potatoes barbecue thing.
I love that. Fuck me up with that.
They have random tangent. Won't take long.
Doesn't
Promise.
matter. Go for it. Tangent away.
Fuck it. They have like small grilled chicken strips that you can just buy in a bag, like chicken tenders.
Ooh.
And like I've been getting those, and then I'll just make like minute rice and then cook up the chicken strips. I'll
There
just
you
put
go.
them together,
There you go.
and then I just soy sauce it.
Yeah, fuck me up with that.
Tell me you're
I'll
poor
take.
without telling me you're poor.
I buy chow mein noodles
Yes,
or whatever,
yes,
like lo
I
mein
am.
noodles, and I'll cook them,
I
and I'll
like-
shred up chicken nuggets and put it in there and do like a chicken nugget stir fry. It's great. Fantastic.
Yep.
10 out of 10.
Poor man stir fry. Love
So
it.
good. Good every single time. That being said, welcome
Got
back,
ketchup?
everybody.
You got
I hope
water?
you had
Boom,
a
you
good
got
break.
tomato soup.
We are ready to get back into it. So when we left off, the party had just made camp at the Fort Mismere lumber camp, just a little bit outside of town, where they met Marlon Gulwin, the I guess employee of the Milton Group, a massive group of hotel owners who exist here on Vorosia and are responsible for many of the luxury properties that exist here on the island. Your rest passed mostly without incident, except for Xechas, of course, seeing the visage even more mangled than described by Dusty of a seemingly ghost-like blonde child. And we will pick up the following morning as you all come out of your tent and find Xechas sitting around the fire, which is still actively burning quite hot.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Well as we could, I suppose. I mean, the cold is still biting no matter how mountain-born I may be.
This is
How was the watch? Was
bad.
there anything weird? Did any of the soldiers do weird stuff?
no, come sit by the fire for a minute.
Absolutely, sure.
No complaints from me.
Smith is just playing with the stick. The end of it is on fire. He's just like,
Kind of zipping it around the
So-
camp.
Oh,
So, Dust, do you remember that strange girl that you described seeing in the mist in the night? I think I saw
Yeah.
the same. I think I saw the same girl, but she was significantly more mutilated than you had described her. She had missing an arm that was gone, and one of the eyeballs was hanging out of the sockets.
oh,
That's disturbing.
not good.
You know, it's rather strange. don't know, what it could mean, if there's any danger from it. But I mean, you definitely weren't just seeing things.
I knew this was more pressing than we thought.
Problem is,
Well-
we already got ourselves kind of preoccupied now.
Yes, I don't know if it's really a problem at the moment, but we should definitely keep a wary eye out, I think.
I have a feeling that these two things are going to be connected. Don't ask me why, because I don't know.
Very well could be, but it has only been children that have gone missing, so I don't think that we're at any immediate danger of, disappearing.
True.
At
Well-
least from that.
Right. Well, dealing with the swamp thing in the hot place first, and keeping an eye out for demon children. Every day with you both is like an adventure.
I don't know if it was it seemed more like, I don't know, a lost spirit of some kind, but it was so fleeting I couldn't really get a good gauge.
A ghost?
Well, there are many souls that walk the plains, haven't found peace. Who knows?
Right.
I would
Who knows?
feel much better if we just hurry up with both of these, or at least this first one, so we can start getting the ground on this other.
Yes,
All
well,
right.
to be honest, this one sounds pretty straightforward. As challenging as it fight with one of whatever these things you describe as, we know it's going to be a fight.
Thanks for the follow, Brian.
Well, if it's if it's something smaller, then well, hopefully not too bad. If it's some monstrous cretin, we might. Well, he's gonna lean into both of them. We made him pay us a pretty penny. It better be worth.
Yes, I don't think there's any, backing out of this once we figure out what it is. But I think we can do it.
Well, best thing we can do is just get to where the hot springs are, set up our new yurt. Let's not forget to pick that up, and see what happens.
As you're all
Yes, I think we should.
discussing around the fire, you notice Merrill come out of his tent / yurt, kind of close the door, go stand around the fire, and just kind of start warming his hands. So you're off, be off pretty soon then, eh?
Yeah.
It's just, I'm gonna start scooping the coals that I've placed specifically for the heat packs into the heat packs.
Mm-hmm. You refill
Let's
your
go
little
and fill these up
pouch.
and be on our way. I did have one more question for you, though. When your guards disappeared, did they, all do you know if they all disappeared around exactly the same time, or did they all go in one by one?
Well, I was in my tent for the evening, and I heard a commotion and some screaming and some splashing, and when I came outside, there was nobody there, but there were a bunch of just clothes and armor just left around the hot spring. So I deduced that perhaps they had taken a dip, and something had taken them. It sounded like quite the struggle. Went on for some time before I came out of my tent.
How many men disappeared?
6 fairly
Okay.
capable guards.
Right, that's good to know.
We did leave a couple at a checkpoint along the path, just to make sure nothing followed or came out of the springs. You'll probably find them on your journey. It's Bartholomew and Anders. They're just alternating watches in pairs. Keep an eye out for them.
Well, the Whisper Jar, Bartholomew and Anders. today.
Never mind.
It's an arcane recording device of sorts.
Fair enough. I'm going to head into town and perhaps take a stop by the inn. Maybe I can get some warmth into these old bones. Reach out on that stone I gave you when the job is done, and we'll meet you up at the hot springs.
Wonderful.
Sounds good. Will do.
Safe travels.
And you.
All right, you with me. You see the guard that he gestures to is one from the previous night. He's like, "Well, me? Yes, you. You're keeping watch on the road." And you see like a smile of realization dawn the guard's face for a moment as he realizes he is going to the warmth and comfort of town and is more than happy to suffer like an hour-long walk with this somewhat annoying mouse-like individual if it means he can warm up as well. Right away, sir. Just let me get my things. He goes into his tent, comes out later with his pack, his weapons all ready to go. He kind of nods to you. Safe travels. And just flicks his fingers forward and starts making his way down the path towards Fort Mistmere, where you all came from. And you are left just at the camp with the remaining guards who are kind of shuffling about their daily duties and shoveling some of the snow away from the front of the tents and everything here.
All right, well, onto the trail, I suppose.
Onward and upward.
Yes, I'll pack the tent up. Probably take about 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Between
easily
Smith and I.
done. No problem.
with that.
With your little flying robot and Vite Carl there to help you, you managed to disassemble the tent in no time flat. Dusty, I will need
packs all filled up.
survival check from you. You were told it's only a couple hours away, kind of in the hills over, like looking up at Mount Voros. There is a path.
Guidance.
It is mostly snowed over from the blizzard before, but it is still like you can see where trees have been cut to kind of facilitate it, and you're able to stay on what you can equate to where the path would be in the summertime, maybe weaving there and off of it for a while. Now, I do remember the party saying they were going to consider hunting along the way. Is that still something you're all interested in doing, or are you trying to do a more streamlined trip at this point?
I think we'll probably wait until the super blizzard. All the animals would be in their holes, wouldn't they?
If it looked like things were quiet enough or at least died down enough that wildlife might be out and about again, Dusty would do his normal morning rituals, in which he would wake up and just kind of go out and about and see what he can find. Otherwise, he would just find the trail and lead us on.
Okay. The storm has mostly abated from yesterday. There's still a light snowfall falling from our last weather check. There is still a light breeze, enough that you gather at least most of the animals would likely be in their dens trying to avoid for the time being. But you do know, particularly as you get closer to the mountains, there are like mountain goats and things like that that tend to brave the cold better than other creatures. So there is the possibility of that based on your knowledge of the surrounding area. But you figure most things would probably be in their dens apart from that. So it's up to you.
I know a certain someone, a nod at your stone, could probably use some fresh meat.
Yeah, for us, as far as traveling wise, I think, well, we do have that bag. Looks at your bag of holding. I was going to try to avoid big game on the simple premise that it's going to be a pain to carry. But with that, if we cut it up enough, should be mostly all right.
There's
Thank you for the follow.
plenty of room in there right now. I took enough out of there.
You did mostly clear out. So as long as it's small enough to fit in the opening, like if you killed a deer, you'd probably have to cut it up and put the pieces in. But like most small game, and
We've done that before.
yeah, your average fox and shit would probably fit in there.
All right. Well, it's going to be a lot of like mountain goats and whatnot. So, should be fine. I'll go out and see what I can find.
Well, stay close, stay warm. I trust you. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Were we not planning to do this as we travel, or?
Yeah, that's what I meant. along
I
the
kind
trail.
of picture you
I
guys
spotted
on the trail,
so
Dusty
we-
kind of weaving off of it as you go along, trying to find game, but mostly sticking together. So I will say, your first survival check, you find the path, you're able to guide the party to this location. If you are going out looking for like actual game to hunt, I'm going to say roll me a nature check, just to try and spot these areas in nature that animals might be able to get some food.
I think as he veers off, and we're mostly away from the lumber camp,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna grab the gem and just shelter,
Okay.
so she can actually come out and not be
You
stuck in
feel
a
that
thunderous
familiar
landscape.
pulse of energy as your small amethyst dragon, now not so small, rapidly growing in size, just appears out of the amulet, landing in the snow, kind of gauging her footing and shifting uncomfortably in the cold for a moment before she kind of settles in, gives herself a shake. Eyes
couldn't let
still
you out
wide.
last night.
You notice she looks a little less manic than the last couple times she's gone in and out of the stone. She seems to be either acclimating to it better at this point, but she's still wide-eyed, kind of surprised looking, realizes where she is. She's, okay, that was... Hi!
Howdy. I don't know if you heard me last night. We were in a crowded area. Couldn't really.
I hear it, all of it. So when I'm in there, I can kind of like see a little bit. There's like some clouds, and I can kind of see what you're just like always fit. It only looks which way you're, and even like her communication is struggling to like find just a normal thread of thought as the ADHD manifests in your dragon. She seems pretty well settled in for the most part. I can also hear you, and it kind of sounds, it sounds kind of like when the other one talks, but it's like your voice as thunder. It sounds like thunder. It's really weird.
All right. That seems a little trippy. But as long as you're all right, and as long as you kind of have an idea.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm kind of hungry, though. There's not a lot to eat in there, and it's like I don't have to eat while I'm in there, but like I still get hungry, if that makes sense.
We're gonna go find food now. That's what we're looking for.
Okay. So I need a, just nature check from you as you try
Can
to
I
find...
get help from Violet?
Yes, you can. Violet, using her scent and hunting skills as a small dragon, or I guess Drake, is able to help you. So with a 15, you kind of meander through the forest as you see Vikcarl and Xechas and Smith kind of flying along behind him, making their way along the path. You see the frozen river that runs along the left side of you there. I have the name here somewhere. 1 second. Somewhere. Where's my river names? Oh, God. Oh, it's the Velmis River. You kind of keep that on your left, and the path follows that, and you kind of branch off from Vikcarl and Xechas as you continue through the forest and eventually find what looks like a hill kind of poking out the top of the trees, just like above the trees. You see the land becoming more hilly as you approach the mountains here, the forest still growing over them, but occasionally just this top of a mountain manages to poke through the top of the trees, and as you're going, you're about 150 feet away, still quite a distance, but you do see these large horned creatures, very similar to what you would expect a mountain goat to look like, but it's not quite a mountain goat. Go ahead and roll me a nature check to see if you recognize this creature.
The Gountain Moat.
Okay, 20. This is an Auroch. A creature very similar to a bighorn sheep, though more with the body of like a bison. So a very large, quite hefty creature, but still exists here in the mountains, kind of has been around here sometimes. You've hunted them before. They are not particularly easy creatures to bring down, but the meat is good. The bones can be used for all manner of things, and the pelts are particularly good at holding up in the winter. You see about 3 of them just kind of on this hilltop, kind of grazing through the shallow bits of snow where there's just like the barest bit of like vegetation existing underneath it. Old frozen berries and the like.
Well, that's our prey. We'll say this could go a multitude of ways. I will shoot it, they will scatter, one might drop, or we'll have to go trailing. Or we get charged, and well, we're in a pickle. But that is some good eat.
You do know that if they do decide to attack, they are quite aggressive. I also don't have minis for them, so just give me a moment while I find sheep.
And make them really fucking big.
How do I not have sheep? How do I not have a single sheep mini? Do I have a cow? A bison? Anything? One of White Carl's fucking creatures.
Mine. I gotta have. Nope,
How do I not?
don't.
Right? How do we not have a cow? Okay, well, we're gonna use a horse for stand-in because I know I have those. Oh, JT gets a disadvantage from Hell's Corp. So you would be down at the. Do you see this map? I will put you on this one. You would be down at the bottom southeast corner of that map, and this fucking horse will represent our Aurochs for today. It'll do. It'll do. I'm not gonna sit here and go through the trouble of purchasing a mini. You're in the southeast, so the bottom right. And I will get rid of the image slideshow so people can see the map. Yeah, you see these 3 creatures just absent-mindedly grazing up there, and you can still, like, looking through the distance, through the trees, see Vykarl and Xechas about 100 feet out by the river. You're about in the middle point between 2 of them right now. What's the plan?
Think as I see them, I'm just gonna quietly to Violet and Draconic, maybe go catch up with them and drag them along.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check for Violet. She is within hearing range of these creatures at this point.
Oh, that did not roll.
With disadvantage from Hellscore.
Why did that not roll is the real question.
This is about to get hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, pretty good. Pretty good, all things considered. She struggles a bit through the snow, kind of making a bit of noise. You're worried for a second these creatures might hear her, but you look up at the hill and kind of keep an eye on it as Violet slowly but surely moves through the forest. Eventually, Xechas and Vykarl, your attention is drawn to a small, albeit growing, amethyst dragon kind of breaking through the side of the forest wall next to you and onto the path, and kind of knowing none of you
boy, did Timmy fall down the well?
Speak her language, she kind of hits you with just like a it hits you with just like a head cock.
Okay. I get that one.
You get the sense she's saying, follow me. Advantage from Hell's Corp to Xenomorphano. Alien Xeno. All right. You do get the idea through Violet's just that she is trying to get your attention. Or at least get you to follow her.
All right. I think she wants us to follow her. Where'd she go?
Well, lead the way, little one.
Okay. I need all of you to roll me stealth checks. And you watch as Violet, like, makes a show of going over to the woods and, like, getting into a stealthy position and looking back over her shoulder at all of you.
Ooh.
Collectively, between her and Xechas, the group begins making their way through the snow, kind of guiding you, Vykarl, as you continue, and just barely, collectively, the group stealth check goes through, and you're able to arrive or make your way to Dusty without alerting the creatures, which, as you're approaching, you now see these 3 horned creatures, fairly massive, on top of about a 20, maybe 30-foot high hill at its highest, with these kind of steep sides to it that looks like it might be a little difficult to get up for someone who's not a proficient climber, but is doable. You see Dusty already, kind of eyes locked on these creatures, preparing. Don't let a single bully and different flirt enchant get you down. You'll get in Dusty's pants soon enough. He already did. Craig Johnson. Craig Johnson, you missed some things. There you go, Vykarl. You have a DM's inspiration, so you can re-roll one roll of your choosing after hearing the result.
As they approach, I just point towards the things on the hill. And then quietly just, they might attack and shot at.
So we're trying to take them all out at once.
You certainly can. They're a bit hardy. We only really need one of them, but if we can get all 3 of them, they're pretty set.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't even know if we could transport all of even one. I think we should, if we can.
We'll just cut them
scare
up
the other
real
2 off.
good, probably. I think Dusty's gonna start trying to creep his way and climb the tree in front.
Roll me a stealth check.
Follow your
Xechas and Vykarl, go ahead and drag your minis onto the map around Dusty, wherever you think you would be in this situation. What is everyone doing to prepare for this, I guess? You see Dusty immediately go over with it. Yeah, that's stealth. You're good. You make your way and just shimmy up the tree, your claws allowing you to climb it without a check or anything. You just make your way up to the top and ready your musket. Vykarl and Xechas, what are you doing? And what are you having Violet do?
Just stand at the ready near the tree.
Near the bottom of the tree. Okay. Xechas and Vykarl.
I don't really. This is like the 3rd time I've ever hunted. I'm gonna stand there and kind of wait for a
Guidance.
cue to do something.
Dusty, you see Xechas kind of standing there like, I'm not sure what to do with my hands. You definitely...
Put them to your side.
What? How far away are they? They're like the top of a fucking giant hill. I don't have range like
20,
that.
30 feet up, yeah.
I
mean, you can do nothing. I'm just giving an opportunity for everyone to participate. You can just I opt out.
I'm gonna pull out one of the rifles that I have in the bag, and I'm gonna hold it up to Dusty. You know this?
He's like 15 feet up the tree.
I'll throw
Xechas is pretty tall, and the rifle's about 4 to 5 feet long.
Smith will carry it up to you. I'll give it to Smith.
Between
It
you
was
and
the same
Smith
as him.
lifting it together, yes, you're able to hold it up to Dusty.
Dusty just loads it for it.
Okay. No check needed. You know how to load a firearm. You hand
Lowers
you
it
hand
down.
Xechas his first ever firearm.
Yeah, that's what you think.
As an artificer, you are proficient in firearms. I know.
I am proficient.
You can add a musket, just whatever musket you can find. I'm gonna
It's one of
homebrew.
the nice. It's one of those rifles.
That
the
just
nice
gives you a
ones.
range bonus and a +1 to
Ah,
your
okay.
shot.
Musket.
Mind you, not to the damage, just to the actual shooting
Yeah.
itself.
Is it the Exandria musket?
For now, just use... Is that the one you have, Dusty?
Yeah, that's the one that.
Use that one for now, and
Agreed.
then because you have the rifling add 20 feet to each range.
Okay.
You can shoot that much further with accuracy.
Sick.
You ready? This somewhat unfamiliar weapon kind of copying Dusty's movements and motions as you ready yourself, kind of.
Mhm.
Are you standing there? Or are you
Take a
moving
knee.
up anywhere? You gonna take a knee right there in
I'll
the
move.
clearing? Love that.
No, I'll move kind of like over in between these trees over here,
Okay.
so that I
Easily
can
done.
get kind of a half-angled shot.
Okay, I'm gonna put you right there just so you're on the battle
Yep.
map on the stream.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that works.
Okay, Vikarl, you're last, but not least. What do you got going on?
Oh, we'll see. I get down on all fours, and I'm just looking at the two of them. I'm like, all right, well, I guess we only want about one of them. We don't want to get attacked. Okay. I'm on all fours, and I just get right down into the snow, so I'm like, my nose is touching it, and my
Mhm.
eyes just kind of roll into the back of my head as the ground starts to kind of start crystallizing in snow, and you just start to hear almost sounds like clicking and sissing like a spider. And I was 8, probably about the size of a small dog, white spiders start to crawl out of the snow.
Frost spider, awesome. You'll watch as Vikarl sinks down to nothing, and the top of his head just barely rests on the snow, and then the eyes roll back, the head snaps back and disappears into the snow, and this white and blue tinged spider just kind of crawls out from the hole where Vikarl just was. And I'm assuming you take the form of a giant frost spider. Or multiple frost spiders? Say what?
I'm summoning them from the ground as they're just crawling one at a time out. They're walking very uniform out in like a fanning out pattern.
Are they all
I'm gonna put
large
them-
creatures?
How big are these guys? Medium.
Okay, so they're all medium
Yes.
sized.
They're about the size. I
Good
would say
God.
the size of a large dog. You know, about.
You watch as these 4, or however many spiders crawl out of this
8.
hole with Vikarl.
How many? 8 of them.
Oh my god.
And they start in a fan out, and they're crawling on the snow, and they're just gonna whoop, chow.
I'm not even
Great.
gonna have them roll a stealth check. They're tiny, they're little
Oh.
spiders.
Before
would
I
like
move
to leave.
over away,
Mm-hmm.
Whoop.
I just want to ask Dusty, which one are we aiming at?
He's gonna point
Front one or center
front
one?
one.
Whoop.
Alright, Vikarl summons spiders.
Very specifically leaving this area all here clear of spiders. So there's just one,
A path. Okay.
2, 3, 4. I'm choking. I'm choke pointing them.
Trying to make sure they can't charge you sounds. Good. Alright. That will be everyone's preparation. You do have a surprise round because they do not detect you yet. You all have managed to remain stealthy, so you all take up your positions. Take aim. Dusty, it's on your mark.
Dusty's gonna raise the rifle, and he's gonna. Well, surprise round. Do I get a full turn, or just
No.
an act?
Just your attack
Just the-
action. Yeah.
All right. Well, we going for the shot then. With advantage.
As soon as he
Yes,
shoots
with
5 feet as
advantage because you're all stealth. Xechasmeno will say no advantage for you because this is your first time ever firing a firearm. There he is. He's 11. He's still hit.
Oh, thank
18.
God.
Okay.
And as he does that, he will say strike in Draconic
Okay.
to empower the shot.
Empower your shot. Go ahead and roll me damage, both of you. Okay.
17.
Okay, so 17.
11.
28 total. You both fire off. Xechas, you feel the weapon kick back into your shoulder, but you're somehow able to maintain your accuracy, and you both watch as 2 just bloody pops happen as these bullets hit the creature, and there's just a brief spray of red onto the snow. And then there's a subsequent purple flash from the shot fired by Dusty as Violet channels her energy into the shot. as well. And you watch as the creature and just immediately puts its heads down and focuses its horns on where it feels the pain coming from and where it heard the noise, and it just lowers its horns. Carl, you do get to do something in the surprise round before or as all this is happening. What are you doing?
And I think that all the spiders would just prep an action if there is ever one that kind of comes within a 10-foot vicinity. They're just gonna hop on it and start biting. But
Okay.
Otherwise, they're just hanging stuck.
All right. I need everyone to select their minis and roll me initiative as we begin a combat between you and 3 of these Oryx.
Yes.
Okay, they rolled like shit. Except the one you shot, oddly enough.
Okay.
Hey, that one on initiative. Let's go.
We can switch to the battle music now. Let's go. Exciting. So, is that everybody? Okay. Descending. Dusty, I believe you are at the top of the order. So you watch as your shots both ring out across this barren kind of little area in front of you, surrounded by these trees. So the smoke fills the air, and you watch as both of your shots connect, but this creature kind of draws back from them, reeling in pain for a moment before putting its hoof delicately down and preparing to charge in your direction. The creature is still very much alive. It even almost starts to take off towards you just in that initial moment. What are you doing?
As he fired the shot, in typical Dusty fashion, he's already loading the second one down, getting everything ready. He raises it again. Bonus action. First, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark.
Ooh.
We're going to Hunter's Mark it,
Okay.
and then I'm going to fire again.
Okay.
No
ahead.
longer at advantage.
No, you do get your full round of attacks, however.
2. 11?
11 will hit, yes. That is,
Hell
it's AC.
yeah.
You guys need to hit an 11 to hit these creatures. They're very large and not the most dexterous. They're just very hardy. 9 plus 5.
14.
Okay, so as this creature gets hit initially, Frog, I do with a little help from AI and some producing on my end and some editing and stuff. It takes quite a while, but we got there. So as this creature lunges forward, as soon as this impact happens, acting instinctually, in that first movement, you fire your next shot, and you watch as the bullet tears right into the creature, and as it's still jumping towards you, it just loses life and collapses into the snow in a pile. The other 2, all now seeing the smoke out of the tree and registering there is a person there attacking them, kind of shift their focus onto you, but you are able to outright kill this one as it just manages to move like 5 feet towards you. Just collapses into the snow.
Does it look like they are ready to charge? Or they're getting that way?
100%. Like you see one actively like kicking up some snow with its front paw. These are highly protective creatures of their own, and so far they see one man more or less harassing them. And I guess Xechas is partially visible after firing, but their focus seems to be mostly on you.
All right. And again, typical Dusty fashion, things already loaded. He's going to raise it again. He's going to take aim at the one on the right, closest.
Yep.
We're going to go again. This time he will tell Violet to strike.
I still have the advantage from somebody that I need to use, I think.
So that's going to
Earlier?
be...
Yes, from Frog. I'll be saving that.
20.
Oh, shit. Okay, 20's not enough to kill it, but you watch as this creature, too, now shifting its attention to you, is immediately racked as your musket ball just tears into it, and it kind of stumbles back, much similar to how the other one does. You see the snow just spray with a spurt of blood as the wound is actively bleeding, but the creature is still alive. Definitely bloodied, I'd say.
Yeah, and that's my turn. That's what I got.
Okay, skipping this one's turn because it's fucking dead. Fight Carl, you're up. You see one of these creatures go down immediately. It's just feeling a little bit like a formality, but you look at those horns and fairly certain you don't want to get hit by one of those either. So, what are you doing?
Right. I do see those horns, and I start to walk forward. Whoop, up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I get to about there, and I just stop dead, and I see... damn, that's sharp. Whoop. Oh, fuck me. And, up. Well... yeah, I reach a hand out, put it up. This worked before, and just little cracks of blue. As I use call lightning. Whoop. Hold. Never mind. No,
Isn't
that's a
such thing as
concentration spell. Up.
I was gonna say, I'm like, aren't you summoning spiders?
I already have the spot. I'm like, I want to keep the spiders. I was like, So I think I'm just gonna hold tight for now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna pull out Xechas's jagged knife, and I just hold.
Pull out your great axe or whatever. Sounds good. Your great glaive. All right. So you advance, holding your spiders, kind of anxiously waiting your command. Are they doing anything, or are they still holding in case something gets close?
They're holding in case something tries to run towards us or away.
Okay. Sounds good. Xechas, you're up. You watch all of these same events unfolding and see Vykarl stepping into place with the weapon you've crafted for him at the ready. What would you like to do? Keeping in mind that the specialized weapon you're holding takes a full turn to reload no matter what.
Yes, I'm gonna put that back into the bag of holding.
Sure.
Because I don't know how to reload it. I'm gonna have Smith fly over to kind of the area that everyone else is in.
Okay, I'm gonna make you a
and
mini
just
for Smith after this. Remind me.
Yes, please. And he's just gonna hang out, because I can have him cast Cure Wounds. So he's gonna just be chilling.
Okay.
And then I am going to, I think I have range on all of them. How far are we from that one? Nope. I am going to move up a little.
Okay.
Like that, to about here. Can I still see them from like the bottom of the hill here?
Yeah, you can definitely at least see their heads and horns popping up. Some of the body is obscured, but I'd say they're in about 1/4 cover. Just based on your line of sight.
Fine.
Or half cover.
I'm going to take out the Wand of Magic Missiles.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Magic Missile at 3rd level at the one on the right.
Fair enough. Pretty sure it's dying no matter what. But go ahead and roll your damage. Just so everyone gets to do something.
3 plus 3 darts, so that's 6d4 plus 6. I'm just gonna slash roll that.
Oof. That's just
so 16. That's horrible.
just enough damage. Luckily, you needed a 10. So as you step out, fire the wand. You watch all the magic missiles start twirling out of the end, flying towards this creature as you expend a number of charges from the wand, and you watch as it is just as holes just blown off of the creature. You're blowing chunks of flesh off as you do, and it collapses to the ground, also completely dead, leaving just one creature left alive. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
I don't think there's anything else I can do. No, we're good.
All right. Okay, so that's 95 feet. Tell you what, you've just killed 2 of its friends before they could. Yeah, I was gonna say if it's below 50, he's running, and he is running. So as all of like the sound of thunder and violence erupts all around this creature, it immediately sees one of its comrades, I guess for lack of a better term, fall into the snow in a bloody heap, while the other is simultaneously torn apart by arcane objects, the likes of which this creature can't even begin to fucking understand, and then watches a giant fur-clad Goliath comes out of the forest wielding a giant blade. The threat to this creature becomes immediately prevalent, and it is going to fucking bolt with the dexterity save going down the hill in a hurry because it is very icy,
no.
but at advantage because of frog. No, it just manages to make it with the 10. It manages to just scurry down the hill at full speed and takes off into the forest at full tilt, leaving behind. I will say it's going to pass close enough to your spider. With its large size, your spider can do one thing if you want it to.
Jump on its back.
Roll me a acrobatics check for your spider. It's a medium creature and this is a large creature, so it is feasible.
This is an acrobat. Let's go. Come on, spider.
Okay. And
15.
Going to do an athletics check to try to shrug it off. Nope.
Hey!
Your spider jumps and just wraps its legs kind of around the body and around the torso and just attaches itself to it. You hear as the creature just starts neighing and trying to buck this creature off of its back in the forest on the other side of the hill, and it is still running away from you. It is just actively panicking with this creature on its back, and its movement is greatly reduced. You do have a round, I would say. Based off that, you can all get an action, like one more round in. It has not escaped from the map because of your spider grabbing it.
Bop.
How badly do we want this thing?
I think that
I
spider
feel like
really
I'm
wants
cheating.
it.
I mean, if we want, I can make sure I get this thing. It's just a matter of going out on my own after it's running.
I think 2 is good, to be honest.
All right.
Bop, bop.
He lowers his hand as he was about to run up and transfer his hunter's mark. Running away.
Fair enough. Okay,
So
so
he
you guys
track it.
settle. Is there another spider over there?
I'm like, I think that other spider wants, and you just see
The horde.
7 other little, like it's little clouds of snow just
Okay,
heading towards,
I will say
barreling towards them.
roll me 3 attacks for spiders. I'll say 3 can get
Cool.
within reach.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, only 1 hits. So 1 bites the spider, and that creates an even more of a panic from it, and it bucks it off, but has a Constitution save. Makes a save, so no poison for the spider or for the Auroch, as it just kicks 2 of the spiders off, and they fall into the snow as it manages to finally buck the last one off of itself and is still bolting. But Xechas and Dusty, you're leaving this creature, I understand.
Yeah, Dusty will just
Okay.
slide
Vite
down the tree.
These spiders will chase this creature as long as you want them to. What is their movement?
And they 40.
Okay, the Auroch is 10 feet faster than your spiders, so it is able to just keep a 10-foot lead at all times, and eventually it will get out of range of you being able to control the spiders.
That would think that they just keep running and running until after a while they just
Yeah,
into
they just
snow.
sprint after this creature, and after about 10 minutes, you feel your concentration as it leaves kind of the range of your ability to focus on it anymore,
And I just hear 8 little voices go shit, 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 shit.
and fade into snow. And as those spiders chasing the Auroch fade into snowflakes and deposit themselves among the myriad of snowflakes that already rest on the ground here in Vorosia, we will end the session for today. You guys just terrorized a poor creature. You can name the Auroch.
Never hunted using magic
Listen.
missile.
We're set on
Auroch
food
lives.
for a minute.
Yeah, you guys will not have to deal with food for quite some time. Oral, Oral the Orok. I like it. Orolok. I'm here for
Dude,
it.
he's gonna find the fucking
Porcupine.
Find the porcupine.
I literally
Like a
need to
league of
go
animal
out.
Villains,
I'm gonna have to go out and buy the fucking Humblewood book now, just so I have more animal races to terrorize you with. For
Can we do a
party
campaign?
For a party
as all the ones we
consisting,
killed?
I would love that. For a party consisting of a druid and a fucking ranger, your guys' treatment of nature has been disgusting, and I love it. I love it.
Raised in the woods. I didn't say I learned anything about
I
them.
am going to run a Humblewood one-shot where you guys are playing
Oh my God.
the creatures hunting your party. That'll be the saving Stanislav for this
Yes.
campaign, except it'll be killing these
Evil
nature-hating
one-shots will all
fucks.
be- Yeah. Are we the baddies?
Dude, I've been okay with nature. It's just hunting that I've been doing.
Someone threw a porcupine, okay? It's mostly the druid.
That wasn't
He's a
me.
nature-hating druid. Like, it's wild.
So I
to me.
definitely have to
Creature
play
that
the
only
porcupine.
transforms into animals.
Yeah,
Well,
it's all for the use.
With all that wonderful shit being said, I'm going to open the floor to the homies below me to let them say a couple words while I find someone for us to raid out on. Ryan, take it away. What do you got planned coming this week?
Oh, just lots of the same, lots of nonsense. I will be adding a lot more sound alerts here coming soon. I got videos coming. I'm kind of on my OBS era right now, so expect some more nonsense. I'll be back to 100 scenes before you know it, babies. Ha ha!
Love it. JT, what about you? Any words for the people?
Yeah, I actually have 2 things recorded currently. The Elvis hint I gave you guys, and then
Yes.
one that's more, metal based. But there's gonna be more. I'm actually figuring out this mic better.
Ooh.
So that'll be fun. Hopefully new internet soon, and just be good fucking people, dude.
Shout out new internet.
Don't be a
soon.
cunt.
And being good people. Don't be a cunt. You heard it here first. We're going to raid out to Game Master Eric. It's going to be fun. Chris, final words of wisdom for the people.
I'm a good guy. I give most of my money to charity. When she's not working, I give it to Destiny.
Aha. Very good. Very good. Very well said. Very well said. All right, everybody. That's going to be it for us. I am going to quickly do the thing. If you want to join the Discord, we hang out. We watch movies. We do stuff. We watch sports. It's fun times. Check out the YouTube where you can find all of our
Good
sessions uploaded and ready for your viewing pleasure. If you're interested in checking out any of the lore for our campaign, you can find it all there on the scabbard.com site that we use to track all of our lore. I unlock it in real time so you can discover the world as the players do. Super fun. Last but not least, if you got the raid emotes, if you're subscribed to the channel, feel free to copy and paste these on in there. Let them know who sent you. If not, just say hi from us over here at the Apothecary. And I guess that's it. So in the meantime, y'all, remember to love each other. Remember to be kind. And you know the thing. I have been Rusty. These have been my friends. And you all have been awesome. We will see you next week for some more D&D adventures. Bye. Hey everybody, I'm Rusty Tonics. Thank you again for coming by the stream or checking this video out on YouTube. It means a lot to us over here at the Apothecary, and it's always a pleasure to share our D&D games with all of you. If you're interested in catching them live, you can see us every Monday at 6 o'clock Eastern on Twitch, or every Friday after the stream comes out on YouTube on demand. Feel free to check it out, drop a follow, drop the subscription, or whatever you want to hit that subscribe button so you can be notified whenever our videos are coming out. And yeah, I hope you all have a good day. Keep being good to each other, and I'll see you next time.